Let's go to the new camp.
Okay, follow me.
Let's talk about something you shouldn't believe The worst shit. I doubt that's ever likely to change. That won't
Well, here we are. When you pass through the gate, you'll reach the new camp. Talk to Lares. He will help you. Give this to him. It's a precious ring. It's your ticket to see Lares. You need a good reason to be allowed to meet him. Well, thinking about it, I think I'll stay here for some time. I've earned enough for now, and things are heating up in the old camp. If you want, come and meet me at the bar. It's the hut out on the lake. Take care.
See you.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
If you think
Show me your goods.
Choose something.
as long as I'm not involved.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead. Rely on somebody, you're in trouble. Rely on somebody, you're in trouble. That's everybody.
People always. Maybe long.
Hey, just arrived. We need somebody to take some water to the peasants in the rice fields. This way you can make friends with a few people. What do you think?
Sure, I'll be glad to help.
Great. Go to the rice lord. He'll give you the water and tell you everything you need to know.
You take care of the rice fields, don't you?
Why? You looking for work?
Lefty sent me.
Oh yeah? What did he say?
I'm to bring the peasants some water.
Right. Here's a dozen bottles of water. There's about twice that amount of peasants, so make sure you share it out evenly.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
What are you doing here? You looking for trouble?
Hey, relax, I'm a newcomer.
Huh? You look okay, though. You never know. You get new guys come along thinking they're it every day.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, man. I was just about to start drinking the mud.
What's a man like you doing with the peasants?
Lee asked me that. I don't fight anymore, except to defend myself. I killed a guy once. And that was once too many. That's why they chucked me in this goddamn colony. It was justice.
How did it happen?
It was just an ordinary bar fight. I didn't mean to kill the guy. I just must have hit him too hard. I was a blacksmith at the time. I didn't know my own strength.
Can you teach me to be as strong as you are?
Even if I could, what would you use your strength for?
Good question. I'll think about it. Why did you join this camp?
I'll tell you. My only option was to join those sect loonies, and I didn't want to let those gurus of theirs mess about with my brain. In the old camp, I'd have had too much trouble with the guards, but the mercenaries and rogues do have some respect.
They're afraid of you?
Maybe. Anyway, I found peace here, and you should try the same.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. A bit...
Lefty sent me.
Thanks, man.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy.
Hi, I'm new here. I just wanted to know what goes on around here.
Ask someone else, will ya? I do nothing but work out here in the fields. I don't know nothing. Man, I'd love to tell the Rice Lord to do his own damn dirty work.
If you don't like it, why are you working here?
It happened the first day I got here. Lefty, one of the thugs that works for the Rice Lord, came up to me and asked if I could lend a hand in the rice fields. Sure, I said. I was new here and I wanted to make myself useful. The next day, when I was taking a short rest, the guy turned up again. You don't want to let all your colleagues do all their work by themselves, do you? He asked. I told him I was exhausted from the previous day's work, that I needed a rest and all that. But he never listened. He grabbed me by the collar and dragged me back to the field. From that day on, he stood outside my doorstep every day until I got used to going on my own. I didn't want any trouble with those guys. They're real cutthroats. You'd better steer clear of them.
Who is the Rice Lord?
He was one of the first to arrive here. He helped found the camp and start up the rice fields. These days he just hangs out at the warehouse stretching his stomach, the fat pig.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. Mom.
Hi, I'm new here.
It's good to see a fresh face.
You must have been here a long time, huh?
Damn right, boy. I was one of the first.
In that case, you must know a lot about this place.
So-so. I spend most of my time out here just picking rice. That's what let me get so old. We get some rice and the odd schnapps. That's not much, but that's enough.
Why are you here?
Taxes, boy, taxes. My shed was as empty as my stomach, and I just couldn't pay. So one day the soldiers came and brought me here, but it's no worse in here than it is out there. At least I won't starve in here. I always paid my taxes before, all my life. But that wasn't good enough for that son of a bitch with a crown.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Hey, you! Well done. You're useful for something after all. I think this is exactly the right task for you. From now on, you do it every day. Go on with it right now.
I've been thinking the whole thing over.
And? Have you thought of anything better?
No.
I thought so.
Do you intend to go through this gate?
Do you intend to stop me?
No, but you should know what's waiting for you. This is not like in the old camp, and not like being with the sect loonies either.
And what am I expecting here?
There are no guards or Templars to look after you. It's every man for himself. The only ones who stick together are us mercenaries.
What do the mercenaries do?
We are the mercenaries of the water mages. Our target is to break free from here. We're working hard for it, and don't plan to take things easy like the guys from the old camp who are just having an easy time resting on the backs of the diggers. And we all follow Lee. He's a great man. He's the one who holds this damn camp together.
What do the mages do?
They investigate the magic characteristics of the ore our scrapers collect in the mine. As far as I know, they want to blow the whole damn ore mound sky high to free us from the barrier.
Sounds dangerous.
They said we shouldn't worry.
You have a massive ore mound here?
You could say that. We could buy the king's wife for that. But we don't give a damn about trading the ore with that old fart. We want to get out of here.
Where's the ore mound?
You want to see a real mound of ore, do you? There's a hole in the middle of the cave. They shove it all in there. But you won't get anywhere near it, I can tell you. The mages and our people guard the ore day and night.
I was just curious. What about the rest of the people?
All crooks. They don't give a damn about the camp. I'd rather just have the peasants guarding the front gate.
How are things going at the moment?
The scrapers are still collecting. Once they have enough ore, we'll blow the mound up. Watch your back.
Are you looking for something?
I'm looking for leaks in the dam. I reckon there's a lurker gnawing at the foundations. The beast grinds its teeth and claws against the stones and wooden beams underwater. If it carries on, the whole dam will soon be undermined.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sure, stop that beast from gnawing at my dam.
Where can I find the beast?
I'd hunt round on the other side of the lake. Nobody ever goes there. That's probably where its den is.
Did you build the dam?
Yes, I built the dam back when we founded the new camp. Of course everyone helped, but I was the master builder.
And where do you want to go?
Why? In there.
Forget it. Silas only wants to see scrapers and rogues in his bar.
That's not really my problem.
I'm a scraper, and I'm thirsty.
You don't look like no scraper. You won't get in here like that, boy.
Maybe.
How about some ore as an admission fee?
How much ore exactly is some?
People don't need to know it.
I have 10 ore. Here.
10 ore? For that, I'll allow you to try again.
You're very probably right.
How about some ores and a...
How much ore?
What do you say to 50 ore?
That's about half of what I'd call some ore.
You have to watch what you tell people.
That wasn't very clever.
Hey, a new face.
Who are you?
I am Gorn, mercenary of the magicians.
What do you have to do as a mercenary of the magicians?
Lee has made a deal with the magicians. He hires the best fighters to be found in the colony, which means us. We take care that the scrapers can mine the ore without being bothered and keep trouble away from the magicians. The magicians make sure we'll get out of here, and we get a small share of the ore as our pay.
Can I stay somewhere here without having to kick somebody out of his hut?
I don't think so. But if that's really what you want to do, go and see Shrike. He's taken the hut right at the front, at the entrance to the cave. It was empty, but it really belonged to us.
Us?
Well, us mercenaries. Mercenaries and rogues live separately here. And none of Lares's gang should be here, on this side of the big hall. It doesn't make much difference, really, but he didn't ask. And you can't let those rogues get away with everything, because then they get real cocky.
What do I have to do to join the new camp?
Before Lee admits you, you'll have to improve your fighting skills. It doesn't matter what weapon you use, but you have to be good. Besides, you should be very experienced with the life here and everything. If you don't want to go to the other camps, you should try to join the rogues before you start as a mercenary. See you later.
But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know.
I want to become a mercenary for the mages.
That's not so hard. If you're prepared to fight for our cause, Lee's bound to take you on. But he only takes people who are good with a sword. Well, are you?
Well,
I thought so. If you're really serious, talk to Gorn. He's trained newcomers before. Maybe you'll be lucky, and he'll take the time to train you.
That's how it goes. Some people never...
who are you?
I'm Torloff. I was involved in a mutiny as mate of a royal warship. It wasn't such a good idea. The greater part of the crew was on the captain's side. That's how I came to be here.
I'd like to join you.
Lee won't take you on until you get real good. I'm telling you now. And until then, you better stay on good terms with Lares and his crowd. You want some advice, boy? Steal something important from the old camp. Or the old mine. As soon as the boys notice that you're against Gomez, you won't have any more trouble here.
And how do I do that?
You need to win their trust, and then you can rip them off.
Where can I get a bow here?
You've come to the right address for that. I offer good value for good ore.
Who are you?
I'm Wolf. I make armor.
I'm looking for better armor.
I can't sell you anything. Lares would kill me if I sold armor to strangers.
How do I get furs and skins?
On the way to the new camp, you'll come across Aiden. He can teach you how to skin animals. Radford and Drax are hanging around in the north of the old camp. It's on the way to the trading square.
Do you trade in anything else?
I buy furs and skins from the hunters. If you get something like that, I'll buy it.
Let's talk about something else instead.
Some people never learn.
Thought that had been clear.
Hi, who are you?
It's none of your business. I don't like your mug.
Rely on somebody and you're keep it to yourself. People don't.
That wasn't very.
Shh! Hey, you!
Who? Me?
Exactly. Come over here.
That wasn't very clever.
What do you want?
You've just arrived, haven't you? I noticed it straight away. There are a lot of things you need to know. I can teach you a few things. Besides, you have to watch who you talk to. Butch, for example. That's the guy over there, next to the campfire. Be aware of him.
What's the matter with Butch?
He has the mean habit of beating up the new ones. So you better avoid meeting him.
What can you teach me?
It depends. What do you want to know?
That wasn't very clever.
Let's talk about.
You're from the sect camp, aren't you?
We call it the Brotherhood. I'm Baal Kagan. The sleep will be with you.
What are you doing here?
Originally, I was sent here to convince people to join our Brotherhood. But these barbarians are not interested in spiritual enlightenment. Therefore, I'm restricted to selling swamp weed. And that is a popular occupation here. Too popular. I can hardly deliver as much as they want to have.
Why don't they send an extra man here?
Baal Isidro was meant to help me, but he just spends all day in the bar on the lake and trades his weed for rice schnapps. He's addicted to the spirit. I fear I cannot expect any help from him.
I could help you sell your weed to the people.
I can only entrust such a large amount of weed to members of the Brotherhood. But you could help me give out gifts. Not everybody has tasted my goods yet. As soon as they've tried the weed, they'll want more, which means I can sell more.
I thought you could hardly manage to do your tasks now.
Baal Isidro will be taken care of soon. I've already sent a message to Korakalam.
What's in it for me if I hand out the weed for you?
I can reward you in many different ways. You can get magic spell scrolls from me, bearing the powerful magic of the sleeper. Or I can help you join our community if that's what you want. I have very good contacts to Korakalam and Baal Tyon. Both are very close to E. Baryon, our master. I can pay you with plain ore as well if you prefer. 100 nuggets should be enough for your efforts.
Okay, give me the weed. Who do you want me to give it to?
You're sure to find someone who'll take it. Talk to people, but only give one stalk to each person. One more thing. If you let somebody take the weed from you or if you smoke it yourself, our deal ceases to exist.
Sure. Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
I'd better keep out of
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here, anytime you need...
I'd better keep out of it.
That wasn't very clever.
Some people never...
Same old story every time.
Where can I go?
To Lares.
I want to see Lares.
I doubt he'll talk to you.
Just you leave that to me.
I won't stop you. Now where are you going?
Can I see Lares?
Sort that out with Roscoe.
Where do you want to go?
I want to meet Lares.
Lares is here, but you need a good reason to disturb him.
Mordrag sent me.
Mordrag hasn't been seen here for some time. He's probably changed over to the old camp.
I came here with him.
Mordrag's back? If you meet him, tell him Lares wants to see him.
Mordrag gave me something for Lares.
What is it?
A ring.
Certainly a precious piece. Okay, you can see him.
Something about that story after all.
Some people never learn.
I want to join your gang.
Oh, yeah? What have you got to show for yourself, then?
Mordrag sent me. He gave me a ring for you.
A precious piece. It's part of normal procedure here to share your booty with your gang leader. But the fact that he gave you the ring proves that he must think a lot of you. I want you to go to him and tell him something from me. Tell him I want somebody in the sect camp. The Brotherhood is planning something big. I want to know exactly what's going on there.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
What else can I do?
Baal Isidro from the sect camp has weed worth at least 400 ore on him. I want you to get it from him. I don't care how you do it. If you have the weed, sell it. Bring me the 400 ore. Then we'll talk again to see if you'll be admitted to the gang.
Where can I learn something?
With me, I can help you to improve your dexterity and strength.
Let's talk about something else instead.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Hey, how's it going?
Do you want to buy something?
I need a few things.
Maybe. Some people never learn.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
He goes some. I'll have a stove. Come.
You look like you could...
He goes some.
You look like...
He goes some.
I have some swamp weed.
Sure. Come by again.
You don't look very agile. I could help you. I can show you how to control your body. It's the art of acrobatics.
You look like you could...
He goes some.
You look like...
He goes some.
I have some swamp weed here.
Sure. Come by again.
Do you want some swamp?
I'll give you 10 anytime you need.
You look like you could...
But you got none. Hey.
was obvious.
I've shared out the weed.
The first new customers have already been to see me. You've done a good job. What will you have as a reward?
These spell scrolls are quite interesting. What kind of spells are they?
Fist of Wind, Charm, Telekinesis, Pyrokinesis, and Sleep. You may pick 3 of these spells.
I'll take the spell scrolls.
A good decision. Pick 3. That was 3. Use them wisely.
Some people
You
never
shouldn't
learn.
believe everything you hear.
That's not really my problem.
Why?
Forget it. Silas,
There was a time when things
How
were
about some ore?
very
how much
different.
ore?
100 ore nuggets should be enough.
Let's talk
Truly
about
spoken.
instead.
You can...
As long as I...
Same old story every time. You have to watch
You don't look very happy.
I'm not. I need to get rid of a whole pile of weed.
You're here to sell goods from the sect camp?
Yes, but I just can't be bothered.
People always talk.
I could sell the weed for you for a consideration, of course.
Forget it. I'm not as drunk as all that. You just go running away with it.
Somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
Same old story every time.
Here you go. Have another drink on me.
Thanks, man. I'll drink to your health.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
Same old story. That won't happen again.
Think about it. Give me the weed and we'll share the profit.
No, man. I'll manage.
That's ever easy to change.
I'll tell you something. You have a problem. Baal Kagan will make sure you'll be replaced.
What? The sleeper have mercy on me. I need to get rid of this stuff.
Think about it. Give me the weed and we'll share the profit.
Oh, man. I need to get rid of this stuff. You wouldn't try to make me look like a fool, would you?
I give you my word.
Good. Here's the stuff. You should get at least 400 ore for it. That would be 200 for each of us. I'll be waiting here. Come back as soon as you have the ore.
Do you know who'll take bigger amounts here?
If I knew that, I would have gone myself. I feel much better now that I'm rid of this stuff.
I better keep out of it.
People
Something about
Let's talk about something else
you
instead.
shouldn't believe everything you hear.
As long as I'm not involved.
Well, hang on. Better not go rushing into anything.
I
You
thought
shouldn't
that'd
believe
been cleared up
everything you hear.
ages ago.
Lares has a message for you.
You shouldn't believe
Tell me about
everything
it.
you hear.
He wants to know what's going on in the sect camp, and he wants you to find out.
Go rushing
I get the feeling this problem will solve itself.
learn.
People always
Are you really the magician's courier?
What if I am?
I'd like to have a chance to talk to the magicians. I have to get inside the castle.
The magician's couriers bear seals, which allow them entry to the castle. If you were one of us, you could get such a
People
seal.
don't need to know it.
That's really
Some
not
people
my problem. Never learn.
That's not really my problem.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
That wasn't very clever.
That's
You're from the
really
free
not
mine,
listening
right?
to all the
Right.
blathering anymore.
How'd you find that out?
I doubt it's ever likely to change.
How are things?
Great.
You have to
We
watch
trade our
yourself.
homemade rice snaps for ore.
Probably right.
Well, the boys carry in enough ore. Where should they spend it if not here?
Let's talk about something else instead.
I want a drink.
You'll have to pay for it.
There was a time when things would have gone very different.
That won't happen again.
wouldn't like to... Let's talk about... Well, hang on.
Let's talk about something else.
That's really... Maybe.
I'd better keep...
Same old... That's really... There must be something you have in that story.
I thought that'd be cleared up ages ago.
I doubt it's ever likely to change.
What are you doing?
I'm making rice schnapps, boy. Here, have a bottle. But don't tell Silas.
How's the distillery going?
I can hardly keep up with these guys. Man, can they drink. That's a good thing, really. While I'm busy, the Rice Lord's lapdogs leave me alone.
What can you tell me about the Rice Lord?
He's a damn swine. His thugs pick on the weak and force them to work in the fields. The only one who could stand up to him is Horatio, but he doesn't do violence. Well, I did once hear him say he'd love to smash the Rice Lord's head in, but he'd never really do it. It'd go against his beliefs.
It was obvious that there would be trouble.
I doubt that's...
You're disturbing my rest.
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 or any time you need.
Do you want...
There must be something about that story after all.
I have some...
Sure, come by.
You should... I better keep out of it.
You're very probably right. What you tell people.
You look...
That wasn't very clever. If you think...
Do you want some...
Very clever.
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
But keep it to yourself. I doubt that's ever thought that'd have been cleared up ages ago.
I have some...
Sure, come by.
There must be something.
Rely on somebody, you're in trouble. That's how it goes.
You're very probably better not go rushing into it.
I'm bitter. That wasn't very clever.
You look... You go... Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything. You look.
He goes,
Believe everything you hear.
You have to watch.
Rely on somebody and you...
I have.
Why not going?
Do you want some?
Sure, if you get...
I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though.
Do you want?
Sure, if you...
Let's talk about something else.
Sure, if you... That won't happen again.
I have.
Why not go and ask some of the other?
Do you?
Sure, if you get...
Something about that story after all. People always talk. It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
I have some.
Why not go and ask some of the other?
Do you want?
Sure, if you get...
Step aside!
Yeah, there must be something about that story after all. It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
I doubt that's ever like it. It's obvious that there'd be
You look like.
He goes,
You have to watch what you tell people.
You look like.
He goes,
There must be something about that.
You look like.
He goes,
Let's talk about something else instead. I wouldn't like to be in his
I have.
shoes.
Sure. Come by.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
not listening to all the blathering anymore.
If you think
I can show you how to control your...
Only thing you hear.
I have.
Sure. Come by.
You look.
He goes,
as long as I'm not involved.
Greetings, magician.
May the blessing of Adanos be with you. I can help you to increase your magic powers or give you some useful items. What can I do for you?
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
We are the magicians of the Circle of Water. The magicians of the Circle of Fire live in the old camp.
But I can't get into the castle. Could you help me?
Well, occasionally we send messengers to our brothers in the old camp. But we only entrust these messages to Lares' men. He's been seeing to it for many years now that our messengers arrive safely.
You're very probably right.
I'd like to join you.
If you want to join us, you should see Lee or Lares.
Ages ago.
Step aside!
There was a time when things would have gone very different. I thought that had been cleared up
I'd better keep out of it.
and you're in trouble. That's how it goes. Maybe. was it?
That wasn't very clever.
It's obvious that there'd be trouble.
I've sold the weed.
And my 200 ore?
Here it is.
Good. Now I don't give a damn about Baal Kagan anymore. It was a good idea to do business with you.
Some people never.
Show me what you have.
Here.
I'd better keep out of it.
You have to watch what you tell people.
People always talk. There was a time when things would have gone very differently.
Wouldn't like to be in his shoes, though. Let's talk about...
Didn't believe everything you hear.
I'd better keep out of it.
Maybe. You're probably right.
Show me.
As you...
Same old story every time.
I need a few.
That's how it goes. Let's talk about something else instead. That won't happen again.
Hang on, better not go rushing into it.
Same old story every time.
But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know it.
I have the 400 ore.
Good. Very good. I believe that should be sufficient now.
Is that enough for me to join you?
Mordrag has spoken up for you, but you're not ready yet. Do your tasks.
I want to improve my handling of one-handed weapons.
Of course. It'll cost you, though. I want 30 ore.